Hey, this is ThinkerThunker, and here we've got some bison, the American buffalo, returning to the Old Faithful site in Yosemite National Park. And back here behind them, let me just zoom in, we see, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 Bigfoots on screen at the same time hunting them. It's a world record. So thank you guys for watching, and just kidding, stick around and we will take a closer look. Okay, so first things first, this video was posted by YouTuber Mary Greeley. Mary's got about 2 million views, over 15,000 subscribers, and I believe about 600 videos, but none of them have anything to do with hoaxes or Bigfoot or paranormal. They're all very serious, very sober in nature, as is this video. Which brings us to this brave soul right here. Out here wearing all black, which is kind of odd, with wild buffalo. Now, of course, he's not really standing right there. He's back here, just behind these trees, and I just simply took a copy of him, put him up here for scale, and we can see that, remember, bison are measured at their shoulders, 5 to 6.6 feet at their shoulders, I believe, which means the hump is even taller. So just suffice it to say, that's one really big guy. And something completely bizarre about him is he has non-human body ratios. And you can easily tell that by looking at his arm, which is almost as long as his leg, whereas your arms are 20% shorter than your legs, just like mine, just like every other human on the planet, male or female. We all have pretty much, plus or minus small degrees, the same body ratios. So that makes this guy one of, if not the rarest human on the planet. And again, keep in mind, he's really much bigger than this because he came from way back over there. Let's see, I can only guess, but that's maybe back to the river, across the bridge, and back this way. 50, 75 yards, who knows? Maybe somebody familiar with this area could verify that for us. But the further away you are, the smaller you appear. So this guy is taller. How much? We can only guess. But what if he were, say, that much taller? You know, it's at least possible. And that would make him not only extremely rare, but incredibly big. And there's something else about him. Well, for one, he's either incredibly brave, incredibly hungry, or incredibly stupid, because these bison could get back to him in, I'm guessing, about 4 to 6 seconds. And at that point, he would truly be in a world of hurt. Okay, now I'm going to just scrub through and try to find where we get our first glimpse at our 2-legged friends up there. And I'm seeing something right there. And, you know, I can't tell if that's vapor tricking my eye or what, so we'll just keep moving. And Buffalo 3 there has got to stop and do his little buffalo business. But when you got to go, you know. And right there, I do see something. So keep your eyes peeled for right up here, and we'll see all 4 single file. And I'm just scrubbing back and forth. See them sneaking through up there, coming up downwind. Sneaky little trick. Okay, I've zoomed out so we can see the big picture here, and we're going to see something pretty amazing. Now, for one, we see a little camera pan. I don't know if you've ever gone out and played with these webcams like this, but oftentimes you'll find where you can pan them left and right a little bit, or switch to different camera views. But what's important here, watch Buffalo 4. He's right here by this little, he or she's right here by this little tree. And then we see the camera move right there, and the buffalo are in the same position. So there hasn't been a shift in time, only a little camera pan. And that is important because watch our 4 2-legged friends way back here. They're going to travel 100 yards or better within seconds. So here we go. I'm going to just start scrubbing slowly forward. And now the buffalo are pretty much moving the entire time. It's not like there's a lot for them to stop and graze on. And boom, already the 4 made it to right here. And I'll scrub back and forth. See where they are now? Now think about that. Could you and your friends put on some monkey suits and risk freezing cold temperatures and scalding hot water from geysers and being trampled to death by wild buffalo? Could you run, could you sprint that entire distance in a matter of seconds? I would like to see that. Because they did this, whoever these 4 are, they did it without ever once alerting the buffalo. We never see the buffalo stop and look back in that direction. They just keep moving through, and these guys are in full out stealth mode. Okay, so here I've zoomed in and we can see the 4 walking. We can see them through the trees and through the steam. Now, if you believe this is CGI, then I'm not trying to be mean, but boy, you do not have the slightest inkling of what CGI is or how it works. CGI at that point is just some sort of magic to you, and you use it to explain away everything. But I can tell you that there is no way. I mean, you would have to take a live shot and then cut out these trees and the steam and mask out every little bit of in between the pine needles and all that. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of man hours just to superimpose in these animated characters or whatever you think they are. And I'm telling you, no, it is not CGI. And if you believe it is, then prove it. Show us some examples. Anyway, moving on, I've got something really amazing I want to show you. So here's the first guy walking through, and the second, and I say guy, I don't know what they are. And now look at the fourth. It is what? Heads taller than the other 3. And the first guy we saw, when I had him beside the buffalo, he was 7 foot or better. So if this guy is now heads taller than somebody who's 7 foot tall, that means that we have one of the world's tallest human beings out here on this hoax, if you need to believe it's a hoax. Okay, so now I'm gonna let this just run through real time, let it loop a time or 2. And there's Pee-wee, the first guy we saw, the 7-footer, and he's walking on out by himself while the others stay in hiding. And watching through this time, we'll see his left foot or left leg's hurting a bit. He's hobbled a bit there. But don't you wish you could run superhuman speeds with a hurt foot or leg? Or hey, maybe while running, say 20 or 30 miles an hour through the forest and snow, maybe he pulled a hamstring or something. Who knows? And then the whole shot ends when the camera pans off to the geyser going off. Because folks, this is Old Faithful, the Old Faithful webcam. So the geyser going off is the money shot. You know, not everybody in the world is focused on Bigfoot like we are. Okay, so Occam's razor time. Which is simpler to believe? That 3 NBA-sized guys got together with the tallest man in the world, they found some monkey suits, and went sprinting through snow and ice, risking again scalding hot geysers and being trampled to death by buffalo, just to pull off a little hoax here, also risking prosecution by a national park who might not think tampering, teasing with a rare buffalo herd was very funny. Or are we glimpsing some ancient scene that's been going on for thousands and thousands of years?